Legends, they don't just appear.
He dominated basketball in his era as Shaq O'Neal does in this era.
They're forged in sweat, in pain, in moments where history waits to see who will rise. The NBA has always been home to giants, players who bend the game to their will. But hidden inside those chapters are names that may surprise you. White hoopers who didn't just survive in the league, they dominated it.
He always went to one spot, and he always shot with his right hand, and he rebounded well. So I said, I'm going to get to the spot ahead of him. I'm going to overplay him on the right side. I'll box him out. I did those things when we played him, and I held him to 42 points.
Tonight, we count down from number 10 to number 1 as we unveil the top 10 white hoopers who left their mark on the NBA forever.
He makes it! West makes it! Over half court!
But be warned, the deeper we go, the greater the legends become. Let's start from number 10, Kevin McHale. The Boston Celtics dynasty of the 1980s had many stars. But in the low post, there was only one king. McHale wasn't flashy. He didn't soar through the air like Jordan or Magic. Instead, he grinded you down. His post moves were like puzzles you could never solve. Head fakes, up and unders, and footwork smoother than silk. With 3 NBA championships, 7 All-Star appearances, and 2 Sixth Man of the Year awards, McHale was the kind of player who could quietly destroy you.
McHale, great move inside.
Larry Bird himself once said, when Kevin got the ball down low, it was automatic. That's how dangerous he was. At number 9, we go back to the black and white era of basketball. George Mikan. At number 9, we go back to the black and white era of basketball.
Here, the teams had a chance to compare notes when Mikan and the Lakers were invited to the house that Ruth built.
Over to Martin at the side. Slater's up with a set shot. Perfect. Ernie Vanderway of the Knicks with the ball. Over to Sweetwater Clifton, is having trouble trying to crash the Laker defense. Back out to Vince Brilla, who sets. Boom.
George Mikan. The year was the late 1940s, and the NBA was just being born. Standing at 6'10", Mikan towered over everyone else. He became the league's first true superstar, winning 5 championships and forcing the NBA to literally rewrite its rules. Why? Because George Mikan dominated so much that they had to widen the lane just to make it fair. He wasn't just a player. He was the blueprint for what a big man could be. The modern center? It starts with Mikan. His dominance set the foundation for the entire league. He made basketball a sport people wanted to watch, proving that one man's presence could change the destiny of the game. And every big man who followed owes a piece of their legacy to George Mikan. Number 8, John Havlicek, or as Boston fans called him, Hondo. If there's one word to describe Havlicek, it's endurance. 13-time All-Star, 8 NBA championships. He came off the bench early in his career, changing what it meant to be a sixth man. But soon he became the heart and soul of the Celtics. He was the player who never tired, who always had gas in the tank when the game went into overtime. His clutch steals and fast breaks are still remembered today. And of course, the legendary radio call still echoes in NBA history.
Kind of a tough character. But those of you that know me know I'm really not. What can I say about John Havlicek in 1 minute? It's impossible. He epitomizes everything there is, not only as an athlete. Most of you people know John as an athlete. I know him as a person as well.
Havlicek steals it. Over to Sam Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. That moment cemented him as one of the ultimate winners in basketball. But more than the steals and the shots, Havlicek represented grit, hustle, and an iron will that never faded. His ability to outlast opponents wasn't just physical, it was mental. He broke the spirit of teams who thought they had a chance. And when the pressure was at its highest, Hondo was the one Boston trusted most. Coming in at number 7 is the man whose image became the logo of the NBA, Jerry West. West was more than a shooter. He was Mr. Clutch, over 25,000 career points, 14 All-Star appearances, and the ultimate competitor. He led the Lakers to the finals 9 times. And in 1969, even though his team lost, West's performance was so incredible that he became the only player in history to win finals MVP from the losing side. Think about that. You dominate a series so much that even in defeat, you're crowned the best. Jerry West was that good. He was icy, precise, and relentless, a man who carried the weight of an entire franchise. At number 6, the maestro himself, Steve Nash. 2 MVP awards, 8 All-Star appearances, and one of the greatest passers the game has ever seen.
We just blew the doors off people almost every night.
Nash, the place is electric.
Nash turned basketball into art, running the Phoenix Suns' 7 seconds or less offense. Nash dished out assists with surgical precision. But don't let the passing fool you. Nash could score too. A member of the exclusive 50-40-90 shooting club 4 times, his efficiency was otherworldly. He didn't dominate with athleticism. He dominated with IQ, vision, and an unshakable calm in chaos. Every time Nash touched the ball, fans knew something magical was about to happen. Halfway through our list at number 5, John Stockton. If Steve Nash was the artist, Stockton was the scientist. He's the NBA's all-time leader in both assists and steals. Let that sink in. No one has ever orchestrated an offense like Stockton did. For nearly 2 decades, he partnered with Karl Malone to form one of the most feared duos in league history, the pick and roll. Simple, predictable, yet unstoppable. Stockton wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but he was devastating. Night after night, game after game, he picked defenses apart like clockwork. He was the quiet assassin of the NBA. Are you enjoying this countdown? Then do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, because the top 4 names are going to blow your mind. Number 4, the German giant Dirk Nowitzki, 21 seasons with the Dallas Mavericks, over 31,000 career points, an MVP in 2007, a Finals MVP in 2011, and a shot that still haunts defenders to this day, the one-legged fadeaway. Dirk revolutionized the game. Before him, big men stayed in the paint. After him, every 7-footer dreamed of shooting from deep. He stretched defenses, redefined what a power forward could be, and built a legacy on loyalty, staying with one team his entire career. When Dirk finally lifted the Larry O'Brien Trophy in 2011, defeating LeBron and the Miami Heat, it wasn't just a victory, it was the crowning of a legend. At number 3, a modern marvel, Nikola Jokic. The Joker is unlike anything the NBA has ever seen. A center who plays like a point guard, multiple MVP awards, a Finals MVP, and the man who delivered the Denver Nuggets their first ever championship. Jokic is a playmaker trapped in a giant's body. His vision is almost supernatural, behind-the-back passes, full-court assists, and an ability to read the floor 2 steps ahead of everyone else. He scores when he must, passes when he should, and controls games with a smile. Jokic isn't just dominating now, he's redefining the future of basketball. At number 2, the magician, Pete "Pistol" Maravich. Though he never won a championship, his style of play was decades ahead of its time. The behind-the-back passes, deep three-pointers, dazzling handles. Pete was a showman, and he did it in an era where creativity wasn't welcomed. He averaged over 44 points in college, still a record, and carried that brilliance into the NBA. He wasn't just a player, he was a vision of what basketball could become. Today's flash, today's artistry, it all traces back to Maravich. And now, at number 1, the legend, the icon, the coldest trash talker the NBA has ever seen, Larry Bird. 3 championships, 3 straight MVPs, 12 All-Star appearances, and a rivalry with Magic Johnson that elevated the NBA into global stardom. Bird didn't just shoot, he broke hearts. He once told opponents exactly where he was going to shoot from, and then did it. He once played an entire game left-handed just to challenge himself. He thrived under pressure, delivered in clutch, and gave Boston its basketball soul. Larry Bird wasn't just a great white hooper, he was one of the greatest players of all time. Period. If this video lit a fire in your basketball soul, don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Hoops Extra, and turn on the bell icon. Because this is just the beginning. More stories, more legends, more hidden truths are waiting.